Coach Kelly.
Well, she's small.
All our TVs go to the back. 1 second. Good one. All right, we're going to take questions for Jasmine Powell first because she's got to go to radio. We'll start with Maria.
Jasmine, with Rakia out sick in that fourth quarter, y'all really had to step up, and the ones that were on the floor had to get it done. Just what was the communication in the huddle with y'all during that time?
Honestly, we just need to get stops. We knew that if we can get a stop and get the rebound and push in transition, they weren't stopping us. We knew we were better than their guards. We knew we could beat them on the transition floor. But we really knew that we had to kind of hone down and really like next man up mentality, make sure that we could close out this game even though we were down here.
The first 3 quarters for Kia was so important on both ends of the floor. For you guys to be able to close out a win like this, you had some big buckets. Jewel made a huge 3. Just for you guys to get that confidence to be able to close out a game like that, just how important is that for you guys?
It's huge. We've been working on that, individual confidence, team confidence, to be able to step up to the plate, to be able to come to a game like this where it's a tough win, to be able to step up. It's huge for us. We hone in on that every day about stepping up and doing what you do best. Jewel is a great shooter. She knew that when the ball comes to her, she's open, that she has to shoot the ball. We knew that going in transition, I'm good in the open floor. Doing what you do best and doing it at a high level. Just doing that every single day. It's cakework when you come out here and you gotta close out a game.
Jasmine, this is the first time in 6 games that you guys haven't had to play from behind after the first quarter. How much of a relief is that? Just kind of.
Wow. I didn't have to bring that up.
It's a positive, though.
Yeah. I mean, we have struggled a lot. I think that Coach Kelly, she came in, shoot around, and said that she had a fan come up to her and ask what time we should be here to see like when we were gonna start playing. And we told them, not 3:30, 2:50, So we decided to come out and play like we're down already. I think that's the mentality we have to have at this point. We start playing, we come out the gate and we, hit first. That's when we're at best. And so we just have to keep that mentality.
Building off that a little bit, Jasmine, do you feel that this is the most complete game you guys have had, and what's led to this change for you all?
Really just practice, coming in every day and working on our skill set, working on what we do best. Coming in and having this complete game with rebounding. I think we beat them on the boards. We had a lot of defensive rebounds. We've been honing in on defense in particular, and so getting stops and getting out in transition. So it's really good for our team, good for our chemistry, for everybody can touch the ball, everybody getting it on the defensive end, offensive end, just everybody participating, especially since Kia was out.
All right, thanks, ma'am.
Thank you.
Cora, then Maria.
Jewel, Tamari obviously had a huge impact on this game for the stat sheet, but also intangibles. When Jasmine had that breakaway coast-to-coast transition layup near the end, it started because Tamari was keeping Washington out of the paint for her to get that rebound. Just can you talk about the maybe intangible impact Tamari had on the game today, especially in that last quarter?
Yeah, I think TK always has an impact on the game, whether it's offensively or defensively. Just her presence in the paint, defensively, knowing like if the guards do beat us, like TK is going to be there to have our back, and then offensively, just being a presence in the paint as well. Like if she's open, we're going to give her the ball because she's going to attract multiple defenders, and it's going to make it easier for the shooters to get shots. So I think she did a really good job today, but I've honestly seen it all season.
Tamari, this team obviously been documented. Y'all had a heck of a road swing for these last 2 games. How good is it to get this win against Vandy, which you may or may not know, they were off to their best start since 1993 when they went to the Final Four. And how nice is it to have a bye week come up for this team?
Yeah, we knew coming into the game, we've all been watching, Vandy play. We knew that they were not the same team that they have been in the past years. And honestly, in this conference, you really can't overlook anybody. So it could be anybody's night. So we just came in with practice. We had a great game plan for the game. I feel like we executed it pretty well. And yeah, this week was crazy. I was on the first Texas A&M trip, so I felt like I was reliving the same crazy dream again this past week. But I know we're going to use this bye week to get a little bit of rest, get in individual shots, film, and just have like a mental break, and then be ready for the game on Sunday at Vols.
This is for either of you guys. You know, the crowd was definitely responsive tonight, but with this being the We Back Pack game, does that fan support, does it ever like kind of put into perspective the program that you guys are playing for?
I think we're reminded every day, honestly, that the legacy that Pat built for us, and obviously having a head coach who played under her, was inspired by her, has that same will to win, the passion for the game. It's just really inspiring. We go out there, we have Tennessee across our chest, and Kelly tells us all the time, we chose to come here and we chose to have to carry that, and I love it. And having the fans in there and it being loud as it is at the Summit is just a reminder of that every home.
Hey, Cora. Tamari, for you, this was Coach Kelly Harper's 100th win. As a head coach, you've also been with her for a long time. Just what's it like being a part of this win, and then also kind of what it means for the season?
Oh, that's funny. Jackson just told me, like, hey, TK, this is your 100th one too. And I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. But me and Kelly, we have a good relationship. You know, I love playing for her. We've been through the ups and downs just as a team with her, and we've stuck by each other through all of it. So I'm just really proud of her. It's not easy being a head coach here. It's not easy being a player here either. The standards are really high. We knew that coming into it. So I'm just really proud of her.
This is for either of you guys, but Kelly's talked about how you guys are at your best when offense is spread around. You guys have balance. That way teams can't just throw doubles and triples at Rakia and kind of slow down the offense. You had 4 players in double figures today. Just how can you guys continue to build off that, and what do you feel like led to that kind of balance today?
Yeah, I feel like going into each game, we know Rakia's probably going to get double teamed, or a lot of people are going to help on her. So just making plays and being available, being aggressive, whether it's getting the ball inside to the paint to Kia, TK, Caro, Jill, whoever, and then on the outside making sure we're ready to shoot, attack, and make plays as well. Because like you said, when our scoring, we have 4 people in double digits, it does make it harder for teams to know who to guard.
Casey and Maria.
Tamari, this is the lowest that you've allowed a team to get offensive rebounds with 7 this season. Just what kind of went into that today and what made you guys so effective on the defensive boards?
Yeah, we've been working at it in practice. Upwards are just kind of unacceptable to us. Sometimes things happen, but I think that is one thing that's in our control. So yeah, we just keep honing in on it in practice. We keep up with them throughout the whole practice, the guys versus us, so that motivates us a little bit more, but we'll just have to keep working at it. I'm proud of us.
Jewel, first, can you explain the basketball purse? And second, I know this is your first year here and you have to sort of experience this rivalry, but Tennessee fans don't like Vanderbilt and Vanderbilt fans don't like Tennessee. You don't lose to Vanderbilt here. Have you picked up on how big this rivalry is yet?
Yeah, so first the basket is for Coach Kelly for her 100th win. We celebrated her and threw confetti, so I like the basket too, so that's why I got it. And second, I do understand, I mean it is my first year here, but I do understand in-state rivals and knowing Vandy wants to beat us and obviously we want to beat them. And Coach Kelly told us, in any sport Vandy wants to beat us, so we just, every game we want to win, but obviously when it's an in-state rival, we want to win even more.
Jackie will finish with
Tamari, it seems like every game at this point you've been playing more and more minutes. How do you think you've adjusted to playing more time, and how do you think it's impacted the team as well?
Just staying locked in, focusing on my breathing, utilizing timeouts to catch a breath of fresh air, but just continuing to work, I guess. It's been a long time coming. So yeah, I just want to be able to be positive however many minutes I'm on court, if that's 20, if it's 10, 5. I just want to help the team get the win. So that's really my main focus. I'd love to get the court.
Tamari, the defense was honestly pretty solid all game. Did allow them more than 17 points in a quarter. End of the game, they didn't score for the last 3 minutes. Just what do you feel like helped you guys be so effective down the stretch? And just how key is that step for you guys to be able to close out a game like that?
Yeah, I think that's a huge step forward for us. We really honed in on that last time out when it was tied up in the fourth quarter, and we locked in and made sure when we went back in that we had to execute on the defensive end, talk about all the rotations, not let them get any threes off. And I feel like we did just that. So we definitely came together when we really needed it. Thank you.
Thank you.